What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to a picks video for the second round of the NFL playoffs, the divisional round. I assume most of you would have watched my C4s flawless, 100% accurate bet the house wildcard picks, where I hope none of you guys really bet your house, because I did not do particularly well. We broke even, 2-2, for the Tennessee Titans versus the Kansas City Chiefs in the wildcard round. We took the Chiefs in that one. I mean, who would have thought that the Chiefs would have blown that massive lead? I mean, the only... Like, how fitting. An Andy Reid-led playoff team just collapsed like that. I've never heard that before. But, I mean, Travis Kelce getting injured in that game clearly was, like, a big-time deciding factor. And you can't foresee things. You make your predictions assuming everything is healthy. Everyone's going to finish the game. But we were wrong. And shout out to the Titans, man. I still don't believe in the Tennessee Titans whatsoever. I don't really believe that they're still a good team. I think they're not a bad team. But I'm pulling for him, man. I'm pulling for the next round. And Mariota did not have the best of games, but that throw he made, I don't know who the receiver was. Might have been Corey Davis. Whoever he made, might have been Delaney Walker. It seems like he went to Delaney Walker almost every other pass. But the comeback, the fourth quarter play near the end, the last drive, the Titans would have had to get the touchdown. Mariota looked great, and Derrick Henry looks like an absolute beast. Probably should be moving on from DeMarco Murray next year. Anyways, I digress. We were wrong. Titans, you proved me wrong. Then versus the Rams and Falcons, we picked the Rams in that one, and yeah, they did not look good at all. Goff looked horrendous, and the Falcons did their damn thing, man. The Falcons defense is playing very, very well. Then on Sunday, we were perfect. The Bills versus Jags, it was pretty easy that the Jags were going to win it. It was a terribly ugly game. Jags defense looks absolutely phenomenal, but the Jags offense looks like probably the worst offense in the playoffs right now, and that's including my Philadelphia Eagles with Nick Foles. So, yeah. And then the Panthers and Saints, which was a very, very good game. And the Saints were able to win that one, and I picked the Saints. I think the Saints are probably the most dangerous team, I would say, left in the playoffs. You know, that was a good game, though. That was probably the best game in the playoffs, I think, the Panthers and the Saints. So we were 2 for 2. So now, looking ahead, that's just, you know, kind of foreshadowing. Today, for the divisional round, now I truly, no clickbait, this is going to be C4s, flawless, 100% accurate, bet the house, this time for real, no clickbait, divisional round picks. So if you guys out there, you know, you're still a little short on cash from Christmas, you went a little too hard there, or your school debt is adding up, make these picks. Take all your money, take out a second loan, remortgage your you know, Toyota Celica, and you can get all, you'll be fat bucks. You'll be Dan Bilzerian by the time this weekend's done. So first up, we have the Philadelphia Eagles welcoming the Atlanta Falcons. Go with the Eagles. I'm not going to go super in-depth this one because tomorrow, or at least Saturday, or no, what was it coming out? It'd be, give me 2 seconds here. 1, Mississippi. 2, Miss, hurry up. This is actually, we already talked about it yesterday. There we go. The Eagles versus Atlanta hype video, so I don't need to go repeating myself. But basically, no respect for the Philadelphia Eagles. I believe that this is going to be an incredibly ugly game. And this is my homer bias that you go with the Eagles in this one. Go with the home team. Go with the team that has a proven better defense, not a defense that's got hot at the right time. We have time to prepare. Matt Ryan's never played well at Lincoln Financial Field. The weather, they're a dome team. I'm not going to lie. This is probably the one game that you don't, obviously I'm a homer. You don't want to go with the homer pick. I would not bet money on the Philadelphia Eagles winning this ball game. I guess that kind of may, you know, pull back the veil a little bit about how confident I am. But it's the Eagles, man. Home field advantage. I still feel good. It's going to be a close game. I don't think they're going to get blown out. But I'm going with the Eagles. I'm going with my heart. I'm going with my heart and soul on this one, fellas. And then the second game on Saturday is the Tennessee Titans going up against the New England Patriots. You know, it's one of those things, you know, you want to say that the Patriots are going to absolutely just body bag the Tennessee Titans, and it's going to be a rout from day one. Probably is, but I just have a gut feeling. Much like my gut is saying, go with the Eagles. I think the Titans are going to play it closer than people would expect. I don't think it's more so the Titans are going to do that. I just think the Patriots aren't going to be looking like world beaters or anything like that. But the Patriots will be able to do enough to move on in this ball game. The biggest factor for me would be can Kevin Byard, who is Byard. You know, obviously that's a terrible name for a Canadian to try to pronounce. But he's an all-pro. Can he contain Rob Gronkowski? I mean, they have Logan Ryan there. A little bit of inside information, I guess. Because he spent most of his career with the Patriots. But I really just see Gronkowski taking that game over and kind of just toying with the Titans defense. So, I mean, that's an easy pick there. I'm pulling for the Titans, though. Like, when the Rams-Falcons wildcard game, I was pulling for the Falcons. And I was glad that I was wrong because the Falcons are the matchup I wanted my Eagles to face. and very much so here. It's pretty much like the Alabama-Georgia scenario in the college football playoff. I hate both those teams. I hate Georgia as a Florida Gator fan. I hate Alabama because I'm a football fan. And ultimately, I was going for the Georgia Bulldogs because anyone but Bama. And I'm going for that for the playoffs again. Anyone but New England. So even though I kind of have been underrating the Tennessee Titans, I'm pulling for them in this game. I hope Marcus Mariota can get a little tap of Chip Kelly. Maybe Chip Kelly can chirp in his ear a little bit. You know, maybe he takes a little trip, one day during the prep week and goes to UCLA and gets some Chip Kelly smoothies. And Chip Kelly, chirps in his ear, and we get the Oregon Ducks, Marcus Mariota, not the Mariota that struggled to really take his game to the next level with the Tennessee Titans, and something big can happen. Plus, Derrick Henry, that's a bad man. And I would say if you had to find one weakness on the Patriots, it'd be their run defense. The linebacking core is not healthy. Hightower, I'm pretty sure, is out. So there you go. Derrick Henry, maybe you can take the game over, but I'm still going New England. Then we have on Sunday the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Pittsburgh Steelers, a revenge game from when Big Ben threw 5 interceptions earlier in the season. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers on this game just because I think it's going to be close, but the Jags defense can only take them so far. Blake Bortles looked absolutely horrendous against the Bills defense. When you look at the Steelers defense, I think the Steelers defense is in that same territory of the Buffalo Bills defense. I think the Bills defense is a little bit underrated, but the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, even without Ryan Shazier, is still a very, very competitive defense. And then when you look at the offense, it just comes down to, yes, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to make it an ugly game, kind of similar to the Philadelphia Eagles, how they're going to have to win. But when push comes to shove, I think that Pittsburgh still is going to put up points. I think like the Jags might be able to bend, not break, and give up field goals rather than the big-time touchdowns that you usually see to Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. But that being said, is Jacksonville going to be able to move the ball against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense? I just don't think enough so to counteract the fact that this is really two drastically different offenses. So I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers this one. I do enjoy watching the Steelers play, so they are a team that I do hope goes well and goes far in the playoffs because I do believe they're one. To be completely honest, the Jacksonville Jaguars can compete with anyone. So now that it turns in the AFC, who can beat the Patriots? What team can be the team that knocks out the Patriots? The Jags certainly can. They can make it ugly enough on the defensive side of the ball. The Pittsburgh Steelers probably, though, give you the best opportunity of not seeing the Patriots make the Super Bowl. So that is why I am attaching my cart to the bandwagon known as the Pittsburgh Steelers hype train. Plus, Antonio Brown, 100%. That's going to be an interesting battle. So we're going with the Steelers. And then the final matchup on Sunday into the Saints against the Vikings. This is a very, very tough matchup. Obviously, earlier in the season, when Sam Bradford was healthy, the Saints got whooped by the Minnesota Vikings. But both these teams are completely different. For me, again, it's kind of like the Pittsburgh Steelers-Jags matchup. It is going to be the Saints offense going up against the Vikings defense. I do believe that the Vikings offense, even though it has Case Keenum, who I'm not going to underrate, he's definitely had some good football this season. The weapons around him are much better than the weapons Blake Bortles has right now in Jacksonville, with Thielen, with Stephon Diggs, with this very solid run game and a better offensive line. But for me, I'm going with the Saints in this one. I don't know what it is. Like, my heart says Vikings are built to win in the playoffs right now. This Vikings team, Harrison Smith is playing out of his mind. That defense is playing very, very well. But this is like the kind of, I'm taking the Saints with the momentum. I think that the run game, we know what the run game can do. We know that the Vikings are going to try their best to eliminate Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram. But we saw against the Panthers that it's still Drew Brees. That is like the #1 thing I've been saying since the Saints caught fire midseason, is that just wait. It's going to be that whole, well, the Saints are a running team now, all right? Drew Brees is, he's in the later part of his career. This is a running team now. And then it's just like, no, Drew Brees is still one of the best passers in the history of the sport, and he still has not lost a step. So when he needs to be, the run game's not working. Watch him just attack. Watch him try to hit secondary options. Obviously, Michael Thomas going up against Xavier Rhodes is going to be a big-time battle. But Ted Ginn, the Brandon Colemans, the Alvin Kamara at the backfield even. So it's going to be a really, really good matchup. This is probably the toughest one for me to predict, obviously outside of my homerism for the Philadelphia Eagles. But I am going to hitch my horse to the offense and not the defense and go with the Saints. That's an underdog pick. That's, I kind of got some flack in my first predictions because I took all favorites. The Chiefs, the Rams, the Jags, and the Saints. Not so much here. Philly's an underdog. Saints are an underdog. Give me them dogs, baby. Bet the house. These are going to be 100% factual. And come Monday, I'm going to look like an absolute genius. I better get 9 million subscribers from this. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know your predictions for the divisional round matchups. If you agree or disagree with anything I said, which I'm sure a lot of you have, let me know in the comment section below, but be polite. Subscribe if it's your first time stopping by. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.